Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So today we got some new information regarding Granblue Fantasy Versus. They showed off a bunch of new information. They also revealed a release date for the game, which is going to be on February 2020. I think they gave us a precise date, but I'm not too sure, but I know for a fact that it's going to be on February 2020. So pretty nice date. I feel like that's when Dragon Ball Pyros came out as well around that time period, so it's a really nice spot for anyone who's interested in picking up the new Granblue Fantasy Versus game. Now, on top of that, they also revealed some more information regarding the story mode, and what's interesting about this story mode is that it is a full-blown RPG experience. So if you play the Granblue Fantasy Versus mobile game, you'll be very familiar and very at home with this new RPG feature that they're going to be introducing for the story aspect of the game, which I thought was pretty interesting. So there's full-blown customization, full-blown item equipments, and they're also going to be adding a very clean 3D cutscenes for some of the story aspects of the game. Honestly, I'm very impressed. No one expected this to be the case, and I know some people are probably thinking to themselves, you know, this is going to be just like Dragon Ball Fighters. I keep hitting the mic, I'm sorry about this. This is going to be just like Dragon Ball Fighters, in which the story mode is going to be bare bone, mediocre type of story mode, and the core aspect is going to be focused on the fighting experience. But I feel like with Granblue Fantasy Versus, these guys, the people at Side Games, they've been really focusing a lot of their efforts on not only just the fighting game Granblue Fantasy Versus, but also Granblue Fantasy Relink as well. That's another RPG game, a full-blown 3D RPG experience that's going to be coming out sometime next year, I believe. I don't think it's coming out this year, but it's interesting. Like, they didn't have to go this far, but when you look at the features that they're including, it looks just like an upgraded version visually, I think, when it comes to the mobile experience, but I don't know how in-depth it's going to be in comparison to the actual mobile game. So if you're someone who keeps playing, if you're someone who plays the mobile game, let me know what you guys think in terms of the comparison between this mobile version and obviously the console version of the game itself. They also show some gameplay for Percival. I think he looks pretty cool. He's more of a close, in-your-face type of fighter. He has some abilities to close distances, but for the most part, from what I've seen, the glimpses of what I've seen, he is more of a close-up fighter, which is something that I like to prefer. I prefer playing an up-close fighter with some, obviously, abilities to keep my opponents at a distance if I need to be. But yeah, no, the core focus of this video, I actually have some notes pulled up here. Yeah, it's going to be a full-blown RPG. I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do with how the story is gonna go in that case, because for the most part, a lot of us who are picking up Granblue Fantasy Versus, we're not picking it up for the story for the most part. We just want to pick it up to play some of these new characters and kind of be introduced to this new world. But with this RPG aspect, I think what they're trying to do is not only are they trying to expose the Granblue Fantasy IP to a broad market, they're also trying to capitalize on potential newcomers who are going to be playing the game and think to themselves, you know what, I like the characters, I like the story, I like the world, I like everything that's involved around Granblue Fantasy. Let me go and try out the mobile game. And by that time, they've already been conditioned because of the RPG element in the game, because of the RPG aspect of the story mode. They'll feel right at home when they transfer their, I guess, interest to the mobile game. So it's pretty genius in my opinion. Really smart way to do it, because most story mode games in a fighting game, they're pretty bare boned. They don't have to focus on it, but they chose to. So if I just pull up the notes here for the most part, so it's a story mode, it just focuses on Grant trying to figure out why there's a chaos in the realm or something like that. You can upgrade and customize your characters. I don't know how far you can actually customize your characters. I don't think it's gonna be a complete transformation of the character. Pretty much maybe some few armor equipment, some few sword equipment, or maybe it won't be a visual aspect, it'll just be the items that you pick up will help boost certain stats, so defense stats, attack stance, defensive stance, things of that nature. That's what I think anyways. Like I said, I've never played the mobile version of the game itself, but this is very interesting lead for me personally. You can have up to 2 unique skills. And it's also, when I say an RPG, it's literally like an RPG, so it's like, you'll be fighting a bunch of mobs as you traverse through the story, and it's also going to be big boss battle as well. So it's like 2 games in one. Like, this is very interesting, personally. You can have allies, CPU allies as you venture into the story, but for the most part, it is what it is. Like, I'm very interested to see what the game has to offer, and yeah, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think when it comes to Granblue Fantasy Versus. For the most part, a lot of us only care about the fighting aspect, but this RPG can open up a lot of newcomers to the mobile aspect. And then also you have the Granblue Fantasy Relink, which is going to be of a 3D aspect, and it's still going to have some of the RPG elements, so these guys are not missing any beat. They have a game for fighting, a game for a classic RPG style experience, and they also have a full 3D experience for different people, for different demographic, all in an effort to spread the Granblue Fantasy IP to the world. And obviously on top of all of that, they also have an anime coming out soon. The Granblue Fantasy Animation Season 2 will be dropping, I believe, in October 2019. These guys are really making moves. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Let me just get this up. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.